Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to understand how to calculate previous month, previous quarter, and previous year values in Power BI. These calculations are extremely important when we want to compare current performance with past performances. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand why these calculations are used, how they work internally, and how to write correct text formulas. Let's first understand why previous period analysis is important. In real business scenarios, managers never look at the numbers in isolation. They always ask questions like how did we perform last year? Are we doing better than last year? Is this year better than the last year? Without period comparison, we cannot understand growth, decline, or trends. That is why Power BI provides special time intelligence functions for this purpose. Before we move forward, there is one important requirement. You must have a correct proper date table, a proper date table in your model. The date table must contain continuous dates, have no missing days, be marked as a date table, be related to your fact table. Before writing any time intelligent text, we first create a base measure. This is usually simple aggregation like total sales. Example, total sales is equal to sum, like sales of sums amount, like this. And all other calculations like previous month, quarter, or year will be built on top of this base measure. Now let's understand the previous month concept. Previous months means if current month is March, then previous month is February. Power BI automatically figures this out using the date contest. The text formula for previous months looks like something like this, like previous month sales, then calculate total sales and then previous month, whatever the date we wanted. What this does is takes the current filter contest, moves it 1 month backward, calculates sales for that period. Previous month example. For example, if your report shows March 2024, Power BI will automatically calculate February 2024. You do not need to manually calculate dates. Power BI handles everything internally using the date table. For the previous quarter, a quarter consists of 3 months: January to March, Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. From Jan to March, April to June, June to September, October to December. Previous quarter previous quarter, like here only, like instead of the date, the formula is kind of same, but instead of previous date we just mention like previous quarter. Now let's understand the previous year. A previous year means if current year is 2024, previous year will be 2023. This is mainly used for year over year comparison. The DAX formula for this will be like previous year sales. Instead of previous quarter or previous month, we just use like previous year. Once we have current and previous values, we can calculate the growth. Here, like if you see, uh, like how the formulas or there is a decrease in this. So as we have understood this, so we will also try and have a practical version of understanding how. Now we have seen the theoretical part. Now let's have a understanding of the practical how this same period last year can be used. Okay, so here we have already have our team date, right? So we'll just create a measure here. We'll create a measure here, new measure, and we'll name it sales previous year. Okay, sales previous year. Okay, and then sales previous year, or maybe previous, yeah, previous year only, and we'll see is equal to, then as per the formula we'll say calculate, then sum of sales data, sales, and then we'll close this, enter at a comma, and we have to press alt enter, and then there's this function. If you type it, same period last year, same period last year, same period last year, and then here like deemed date, we'll have this as deemed date dot date, and we'll close this, and then we'll say commit. So once we commit it, here you can see we have this data. Okay. So just now to analyze, we'll use a clustered column chart, and first we'll see what was our sales for this period. So I'll say we'll add the sales amount into x-axis and our date into y-axis. Okay, sorry, that is date into x, and we'll add the sales amount into y. So you can see we are getting like for 3 years we are getting this particular data here for 2016, 2017, and 2018. We'll keep the data labels on, and you can see here. Okay, so same way, now we have created this particular measure, we can compare it, like how what was the sales for the same period last year. Okay, so I'll just take this measure that we have created and put it here. Now you can see that here sales, this is a sales for previous year. Since we don't have any data for 2015, it is showing us for 2016, and you can see like this 2016, this is for 2016, right? It's the sales period previous year, it is giving an exact same amount. Okay, so here you can analyze that in 2016 they had a sales of 1.96 million, and in 2017 it had gone up to some level of 2.1 million, but in 2018 it has like reduced till to from 2.1 million to 1.75 million. Okay, so in this way we can have this comparison, different type of comparison. Here we are just comparing the sales per year, how it had happened. So this is a very this is a very easy functionality and very needed functionality in day-to-day businesses, as we can have understand what was the sales that was done and how much the period it had been taken and all that. Okay, so hope you guys have understood this video. Thanks for watching.